All right, let's get comfy and cozy because I know already that this is probably going to be a little bit long. Got my coffee. I'm sitting comfortably. Are you guys sitting comfortably? Do you have a drink? Do you have a snack? Because, as I said, this one is going to be a little long. All right, so welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I thought it would be kind of fun to just kind of do something lighthearted, something interesting, something uniquely goofy in my case, and do this tag video. So without further ado, welcome to my TMI Tag video. Woo! So if you're not familiar with TMI and what that stands for, it means too much information. So I'm going to go through a series of, I think there's 50 questions here. I found this online, and I'm just going to answer them as honestly as I can possibly do with my comfort level. I was not tagged by anybody to do this video because I'm not cool enough for that. But I welcome everybody who's interested to do this tag as well. I would love to see your responses. I found this list from Shout John from 2015, so it's a 5-year-old tag. I don't know if this is the original TMI tag, but whatever. I'm just going to answer these 50 questions. All right, let's get started. So the first question is, what are you wearing? I'm going to be a little facetious. Can I be a little facetious? Actually, I can be. It's my video, right? Why do you want to know? Let's see if I can do this. I thought I would be a little fancy today. Hello, boobs. I am trying not to get mad at my stinking neighbor and their loud as hell cars. Alright, I am wearing one of my favorite skirts. It's this A-line striped black and white. I call it my Beetlejuice skirt. Then I have this green tank top that I have tucked into it. And then, of course, my mic. Sorry if you hear it kind of going. And then I'm wearing my little Tommy Hilfiger hoodie. So that is what I'm wearing today. I feel all special and fancy. Maybe I am being fancy and special because I feel good. I'll be honest, I feel good when I get dressed every day. You know, the social distancing thing, it's easy to just fall into the whole pajama everyday routine, and I feel like crud when I do that. So I got dressed and I put on my makeup and put on my face and get my hair not done. Sorry. Okay, next question. Ever been in love? Why, yes, I have been. Twice. Ever had a terrible breakup? Yes. How tall are you? This question always cracks me up because I'm not very tall, so it should be instead, how short are you? Can you guess before I say it? Can you guess? Leave a comment below. Pause, leave a comment and guess. I am 5'1". Woo! 61 inches. But on a really good day, I might be 61.5 inches. So 5'1.5". Next question, of course, has to be how much do you weigh? Because it's none your beeswax. That's how much I weigh. Any tattoos? No. However, there are 3 that I do want to get at some point. One is a little scripture reminder for me on my wrist here. It'll be Jer 29:11. It's my favorite scripture. It is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. They are to prosper you and not to harm you, but to give you hope in a future. That scripture helped me through some of my deepest, darkest, most horrific times of my life. And it's just a great reminder for me to always have hope that things will work out. I feel like that is a scripture that stands out a lot right now, given how bleak our times are with everything going on. But I want to have that reminder on my wrist. And instead of the colon, it will be the semicolon. And if you don't know the significance of the semicolon, I encourage you to go ahead and do the research on that. Number 2 would be, I haven't fully decided yet what this will look like, but I imagine it might be an eagle or a spear with eagle feathers, something that embodies this warrior presence, but with eagles in it. And this is for my mom. My mom passed away a 1.5 years ago. Over the last 10-15 years, she really dove into the Native American spirituality, and she's always loved birds. I remember being little, she had ducks and geese and swans and all sorts of wallpaper and pillows and random curtains that had birds on them. And then it's just so fitting that in the last 10-15 years, as she was diving more into the Native American spirituality, that she really started to embrace eagles and the spiritual nature of eagles. In our culture, eagles represent our ancestors and wisdom and blessings. And I remember being on a road trip with my mom out to Montana, and we were driving up the east side of Flathead Lake where we grew up. We had gotten out of the car and we were at this overlook, and all of a sudden we look up and we see this beautiful bald eagle just circling the sky, and it was the most perfect day for it too. And my mom immediately just started smiling and beaming, and she got teary-eyed, and she said, "The Lord, our Creator, has blessed us. Look at our blessings." And she was just so taken back by that eagle circling the sky, and she was just so happy. And she always told me that when you see a bald eagle in the sky, that we need to stop and take a moment and be grateful. I just love that message. And the reason why I want to tie that into this warrior idea is because my mom had a really hard life. She'd gone through a lot throughout her entire life, from abuse to extreme poverty, etc. Whenever I was going through something really hard, she always used to tell me that I was brave and I was strong and I was her strong warrior daughter. I like to think that it's her spirit and her reminding me to be humble, to be grateful, and to count my blessings, and that I am a strong warrior and that I can make it through even when I'm going through hard times. So that's why I have this idea of the eagle feathers with this warrior visualization, and I'm not yet sure what that will look like. And thirdly, another sad story. Sorry guys, I promise everything else will be lighthearted. So the third tattoo I want to get will be in remembrance of my dad. My dad passed away when I was 10 years old, a really long time ago, and I want to get a grizzly bear paw print. And there's a fun story behind this. My dad used to work up in Alaska, and he used to take really long business trips. So when he would leave, or when he was back and he would be tucking my sister and I in for bed at night, he used to say, "Come give your big old Papa Bear a great big grizzly bear hug." The reason why is because we lived in the woods a majority of my early childhood, and he used to hunt, he used to fish, he was that burly kind of backwoodsman, and he was really brawny, and he had a lot of facial hair, he had a really big beard, he was just a very hairy man, except for his head, he was bald. Go figure. He always reminded me of a bear, so that was our little family joke, was that he was our Papa Bear. So he would tell my sister and I to come give him a great big grizzly bear hug, and that's why I want to get a grizzly bear paw print for him. He just embodied that strong presence for us growing up. So those are the 3 tattoos that I would like to get, and those are the reasons why. I promise the rest of this video will be lighthearted and not as long-winded. Okay, next question is, do you have any piercings? Hold on. That's still pierced? I don't know if that's still pierced. Okay, so I officially still have 2 in each ear. I don't know if any others are still open, but I used to have 5 piercings in each ear and an eyebrow piercing. The eyebrow piercing tore out. I know that sounds really horrible. It actually didn't hurt that badly. And then the other ones in my ears I've just let close up. I did them all myself, by the way. Lots of holes in the ears. OTP. I don't know what OTP means. What is OTP? I used to think I was kind of cool until I came across this question. Now I don't feel relevant anymore. What is OTP? Help. Favorite band. I have very eclectic music tastes. I just spoke with an accent there. I would say Muse, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Green Day, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band for you country-loving folks. Used to listen to them with my dad. Dire Straits, Rolling Stones, the Beatles. I could go on forever. Oh, the Cars. Okay, I don't know. Number 11, something you miss. Well, obviously my parents, because I spent a lot of time just talking about them. Right now, I miss being able to go into a coffee shop and just sitting there with my laptop and just hanging out. I just miss the hustle and bustle of being around people. I am very much an introvert and I like to stay home. I'm a homebody. However, I do miss that hustle and bustle. Favorite song? Ooh, it's Foo Fighters' Everlong, but I really like the acoustic version of that. Oh, it's like, makes my heart go, whoo, swoon. I love it. How old are you? How old do I look? I am 31 years old. Zodiac sign. I am an Aquarius, and I think I am a true bona fide Aquarius. I'm very quirky and odd. I'm eclectic. I seem aloof, but I'm deep in thought. I am pretty much your stereotypical Aquarius. Quality you look for in a partner. Kind, funny, has to be able to make me laugh. Generous, thoughtful, challenges me intellectually, and just challenges me to be a better person. Someone who has an adventurous spirit, who isn't necessarily a homebody, because I want to push myself to kind of be out there in the world a little bit more. Number 16, favorite quote. The only one that comes to mind at the moment is from Eleanor Roosevelt, and it says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." There's some others, and at the moment, since I can't think of it, here's another one for you. Let these words of wisdom just seep in. Yeah, you like that. I'm being a dork. What can I say? Next question is favorite actor. I love Bette Davis. I think she was an unbelievably remarkable, talented woman who graced us with her presence on the silver screen. I believe that there are plenty of talented actors and actresses. However, Bette Davis stands at the top of that for me. I also think Ashley Judd, Elizabeth Moss, Cary Grant, Robin Williams. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of at the moment. I have a huge appreciation for most actors and actresses. What is your favorite color? Purpura, violeta, morado, purple. Loud music or soft? Depends on where I am. In the car, I usually like it soft unless I'm really just needing a headbanging session where I just need to vent or whatever, or I want to sing with gusto. Then it needs to be loud. Or if I'm having a dance party at home, usually loud. Where do you go when you're sad? I like going on drives. I used to run a lot, so I used to go on runs or really long walks. But social distancing and health problems have made that difficult. I also like taking naps. I sound like such a homebody. I take a long hot bath. Those are pretty much it. How long? Oh, that's a great segue into the next question. How long does it take you to shower? It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes, unless I have to shave my legs. How long does it take for you to get ready in the morning? Again, it depends on if I have to shower and if I have to shave my legs. It usually takes me about half an hour. Makeup and everything. I'm pretty fast. Ever been in a physical fight? Yes, and I'm not proud of that. Turn-ons? Well, there's some stuff I won't say here because it's not the right place for it. I just think it's awesome when someone is really thoughtful or does something really kind without strings attached, without any expectation of them being able to return the favor. I just find that to be incredibly moving. Challenging me? I know that sounds kind of weird, like why would you want someone to challenge you? I consider myself to be an intellectual, so when someone can stimulate my mind, get me thinking deeply and kind of get into a little bit of an argument, more of a debate type of argument. But if someone can push me in that way, I like that. I think that's really awesome. Coffee. Yeah. Number 26. The reason I joined YouTube. I joined YouTube in 2009, and at some point, I remember seeing a video from Lauren Luke, or Panacea81. She was the very first person to really do makeup videos on YouTube, and I would just watch her, and it was mesmerizing. The reason I started doing videos were for two reasons. One, I loved the artistic expression. At the time, I didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't have the resources to go out and buy painting supplies, but I did have makeup. So I thought I can do makeup on myself, and that would be kind of a fun way to express myself in an artistic way. And then a little bit later, I decided, you know what? Because I like makeup so much, and I'm kind of venturing out into the freelance world, I want to become a makeup artist. So how do I reach clients, and how do I prove that I am really skilled at doing makeup? By doing makeup videos. That's how I started with my YouTube channel. Over the next year or so, I decided I wanted to not only do makeup videos, but I also wanted to dive into other content. I wanted to do cooking videos and arts and crafts, and I also just wanted to kind of do different things, but I didn't want my channel to be this cluttered mess of all this stuff, so I broke it up. I created a couple other channels. So one is Makeupery, which used to be called Simply Be Makeup and Simply Bliss. I've gone through a couple of different name iterations, but now it's called Makeupery, which is purely beauty and makeup in that kind of niche. I can't talk today. More coffee. And then I created what used to be called All Things Emmy. Emmy is a nickname. but I didn't feel like that fully encompassed me, so now it's called Emalyce's Pieces. So that is like my arts and crafts and cooking and just that lifestyle kind of vlog channel. And then of course there's this one, Emalyce. I'm going to skip ahead to question number 30, how I chose those names. So Emalyce is my last name, so Emalyce's Pieces, haha, play on words there, get it? For my lifestyle vlogs and cooking and all that fun stuff. Emalyce is actually my name, but M is a nickname, and I've been going by that for 10, 11 years now. But M is actually my first initial, but I spell it out E-M because otherwise the letter M looks kind of confusing. And when mixed with my middle name, which is Emalyce, it kind of looks like Malice. So it's E-M Emalyce. So Emalyce. That's my name. And then Makeup-ry. Makeup-ry was a term that I just kind of came up with. I kind of shortened the term of makeup artistry to Makeup-ry. It's just the art of doing makeup. Simple, easy, but cute. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack and go to question number 27 now. Fears. Falling down and hurting myself. Spiders. Last thing that made you cry. Well, you guys saw me tear up about my parents, so there we go. Last time you said you loved someone. I think it was the other day. Oh, it was definitely the other day to my friend Teresa. She and I had a video chat, and that was the last thing we said to each other. She lives 3,000 miles away, and I hadn't talked to her in a really long time, so it felt so good to be able to reconnect. And I was like, I love you. Bye. See you next week on G-Chat. What is the last book you read? I just finished reading Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children, book number 5, Conference of the Birds. I can do a booktube on that if anyone's interested. And the next one is a book you're currently reading. I haven't gotten into a new book yet, so I haven't decided if I'm going to do the random booktube or if I'm just going to grab from the top of my book pile. And the next one on the top of that book pile is Blaze Your Own Trail by Rebecca Bastion. Number 33, last show you watched. I'll be honest, I've gotten bored with a lot of TV shows, so I was going through Amazon Prime and I saw that they had Heroes on there and I thought, oh my gosh, that brings me way back to when I was a young adult, and I started watching it, loved the show, but for whatever reason, I think it was my work schedule or something that prevented me from being able to watch it, so I obviously fell out of it. So I started watching Heroes, and I've been binging it for the last couple of days, and I forgot how much I loved this show. And I didn't even realize I can't pronounce his last name. I forgot he was in there. Oh, he was so cute. He's still cute, but he was really cute. The last person you talked to. Who did I talk to? I don't even remember. Help with social distancing makes me sad. The relationship between you and the last person you texted. My niece Maddie. I was texting her to check in on her, see how she was doing. Favorite food? Oh man, I love Latin and Hispanic influenced food. I love Mexican food. So things like carne asada, mole, pupusas, which are El Salvadoran. I like rice and beans. I know it's simple, but they're so good. Oh, and I love Indian food. Like paneer is hands down one of my most favorite things ever. I like it with rice. I like it with curry and rice. I like it. Oh, I also like tandoori chicken. Yum. And chicken biryani. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to stop talking about food because I'm making myself hungry now. Next place you want to visit. I've had Paris on my mind for a while, so I think Paris in terms of foreign or an international travel. I also want to go down to Tillamook, Oregon, to the cheese factory and just hang out on the Oregon coast. Go to Portland and hang out there. Number 39. Do you have a crush? Nope. Last time you kissed someone? It's been a while. But I don't kiss and tell. Last time you were insulted. I was dating someone and then he told me he met someone else, but he was torn between us. That was insulting. It's like, no, you weren't. Favorite flavor of sweet. I think it's asking what kind of sweets do we prefer. In terms of candy, I love sour fruity candies like Sour Patch Kids are my hands down favorite candy. In terms of desserts, tiramisu, hands down. Gotta have that light coffee liqueur flavor with some chocolate and that light creaminess of mascarpone. Yes, my favorite. What instrument do you play? I don't play it very well. I do know how to pound on the piano a little bit, but I did take some piano lessons back in the day. I haven't practiced in a really long time. But the one thing that I practice every day, well, sort of, is singing. For a while, I thought I wanted to be a vocal performance major. Started doing classical training with my voice, so I guess that counts as an instrument. Favorite piece of jewelry? Probably this ring here. I randomly found it in my stuff several years ago, and at first I thought it was just a junk ring because I had never seen it before, and my sister used to do those crane machines and win tons of jewelry, so I thought it might have been something from that. But when I picked it up, I realized it was really heavy, and I thought, well, usually those cheap pieces of jewelry are not heavy, so it must be better quality. So I'm not sure, and I just started wearing it. And a couple years ago, I went to my mom's house, and I was wearing it, and she noticed, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so glad you found that." And I looked at her and said, "Well, what do you mean? I just found it in my stuff." And she goes, "Oh, I know, I put it in your jewelry box. I'm glad you found it." And I asked her where it came from, and she said it was a gift from my dad to her, and she had just put it in my stuff randomly without letting me know. So that was kind of a cool find. Another piece of jewelry, which I have tucked away, my dad's wedding band. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. 45, the last sport you played. I have no clue. But once the social distancing is up, if anybody wants to hit me up for tennis, field hockey, soccer, or badminton, I'd be down. Last song you sang. In the shower, I was singing Moonlight in Vermont. Moonlight in Vermont. Yep, that was it. Favorite chat up line. I don't know, is this referring to like an online chat room? I haven't done online chat rooms since AIM was still around. Any AIM old school folks here? Hands up, holla holla. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway. That was thebomb.com back in the day. Hello AIM, and the first line you would say to one another was ASL. If you're not old school like me, ASL stands for age, sex, and location. That was your pickup line for anybody. And maybe even Omegle, if anybody still uses Omegle. I don't know. I haven't used it in years. But other than that, I mean, like online dating and stuff like that, I mean, I usually let the guy say something, or I'm just basic and I say something like, "Hey, how are you today? Hey, how's it going? Noticed XYZ on your profile. Think that's cool." You know, I'm that's probably why I don't get many responses back, I'll be honest. Have you ever used it? ASL? Yeah, because if you didn't, then you were dumb. In online dating, I don't really have a catchphrase that I use for that, so I don't know. 49. Last time you hung out with anyone? I honestly don't remember. Was it my birthday? No, it had to be after. I don't remember. It was sometime in early March, I think, when I was working on a photography assignment for school. It's been a while, and I'm sure it's gonna be an even longer time. So, yeah. The final question is, who will answer these questions next, or who do you tag? Honestly, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, anyone is welcome to do this video. I'd love to see a response. I'm posting this on my personal Facebook. Like, I'll tag you in this post, but anyway, yeah, I'd love to see your responses. Oh, and Jamie, Mr. YouTube man, you're tagged. You're it. I want to see your version of this because your responses will be hilarious. That is the TMI tag. Do you feel like you've learned a lot of information about me? I don't feel like I've given out too much personal information, not TMI worthy, but if you have any TMI questions you're dying to know about me, then pop them below in the comments and maybe I'll do another video, or maybe I might answer them. I don't know. No guarantees, but anywho, I'm a dork, I'm a dweeb, I'm a weirdo. I own it. So yeah, hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and select all to be notified of another video from me coming up soon in your local interwebs YouTube channel. See you guys later. Mwah. Bye.